Hey guys, I don't know, I'm having trouble with the um I might not be able to do that. Okay. I don't know, it's not allowing it. All right, fuck it. It's not going to be able to done. They'll just have to go in afterwards. Hey my loves, how is everybody? Hi guys. How was everybody's weekend? How was the full moon? We're going to be doing the elements today. What's happening, guys? What's good, honestly, Brown? Hi, guys. So for those of you that didn't know, I had COVID and I was man down. Then I tried to come back. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? But I really wasn't well enough. Okay, so I'm back now, like officially official. Okay, and we're gonna get into the elements. I do have a couple of quick announcements I want to make for the collective. Once I finish this live today, I am going to be launching a special for my new clients. Okay, good morning, Cheerfully Sweet. Okay, so this is a new client special. Okay, that we have grown on TikTok, and I want people who have not been able to take advantage of the services to be able to take advantage of some of the services. So I'm running a special from today. Okay, it's not up yet. It will be after I finish this live. Okay, it's gonna be a special. Okay, where you can get. And for those of you who've gone on my website, okay, you get what you pay for, okay? So, a lot of people, they'll tell you they're going to give you a full reading for $22. You should question what that's about, okay? But here we are. I'm doing this special, okay? It's going to be a 1-hour reading. Tell me everything you need to know, $100. If you go on my website, you will see it's never priced like that, okay? There's going to be a 30-minute, straight no chaser reading for $60. Okay. I don't even really offer half an hour readings. Okay. Also, there will be a 30-minute shadow work. Okay. And then there's also a energy clearing that you can get done by me as well. Okay, so it will go out today for all of those that are subscribed to my my website. You'll start getting your email today. Okay, this offer is only till October 14th. Only to October 14th. If you are an existing client, I'm going to honor the prices for my existing clients. Okay. If you order 2 services, you'll get 10% off. Okay. You can hit me up in my email. Okay. lovelysoulempress@gmail.com, spelled the way I spell it. The link is in the bio. And if you're interested, now is the time, because listen, I don't really run sales, okay? But I feel like this is something that, a lot of people could use right now. A lot of people have come to the channel and they're starting their journey, or they need direction, okay? So this is your opportunity. All right, so we're going to get into it. Spirit, let's talk about the general energy for the collective, please. General energy for the collective. Okay, and I'll post it on my website. I'll post it on everything once I'm done here. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Candy. I will post all of this, okay? Just letting you know, it runs from today to the 14th, okay? If you book after the 14th, it's okay, but you have to have paid at the time of booking, okay? Not at the time that you're going to have the appointment. You book your appointment. And if you book for a month from now, but as long as you book by the 14th, you're going to get the sales price, okay? So, 6th house sustainability. What goes up must come down. Okay, the collective is trying to Calibrate to the new frequency. Okay, fifth house passion. I feel like a lot of releasing was done in this full moon, okay? Where it's like a little bit of a new inspiration is starting to collaborate, okay? About what you want to collaborate with spirit, or maybe your partner, or maybe the, it feels like the divine though, like you're getting some type of energetic shift. Okay, seventh house relationship. This is going to, like, let's say you're single, you're looking at the lens of relationships in a different way for the type of relationships you want to bring in. If you are in a relationship, this frequency change could be happening between you and your partner via the divine. Okay, 10th house authority with resources. And the moon, okay? I also feel like a lot of people overspent this summer. I feel like this was, a shifting of wealth, okay? And I feel like we're going to get our sea legs back soon. Okay, something about the sea legs back, I was explaining to a client this morning about how this new, like the new season that we're in is like, has new challenges. Good morning. Has new challenges, okay? Good, and the frequency may feel difficult or uncomfortable, but it's so that you can step into the leveling up. And you may feel like, what do you mean leveling up? I don't feel like I'm making leaps and bounds, but what you have to understand is like a ladder, right? So how I explained it to the client this morning, it's like when you're in a video game and you beat the level boss, and then you start into the new level. When you achieve that new level, right, you feel like you keep dying immediately because, it's harder than the last level. You had done that last level 600 fucking times, okay? So now, you have to get accustomed to like the new expectation, and spirit is saying that's what it is. We're getting accustomed to the new frequency, to what is now required in this new timeline. Okay, so it's the newness of it. All right, so drop your elements. Let's see who's in the house. Every time I'm gonna come on, I always say to myself, I'm gonna put a poll so that people could just press the sign. And every fucking time I start and I forget to do it. Okay, so I see fire, I see air, I see earth, I see fire, water, fire, earth, air, water, fire, air, water, fire, water, fire, water, earth, water, earth, water, fire. Okay. It looks like we have fire coming out first. Okay, so we're going to do fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Pull up. Let's see what's going on for my fire signs. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, can you show me? Fear. I'm getting a little bit of self-doubt. Can you traverse a new situation? You see, doubt came out in death, okay? But you have to let go. It's like letting go of either past failures or past shortcomings. Like they don't exist in this new timeline. Okay, so memory. A memory is not a real thing. It floats around in your subconscious and in your physical via a sensation that you recorded in a particular moment. But that's not actually happening to you, you see? So if you hold on to what you believe you could have done before, what you believe you could have done before, fire signs are being read right now. If you solely think of what you can't do or what you couldn't do before, you're limiting what you can do now. Does that make sense? 11:11 on the clock. Okay? So the things of the past, they have, these memories have no bearing but other than to make you fear what you can achieve right now. Okay? It's like a mental trick, okay? With perseverance here, and change. I've said this to you guys before. Anything you do for 10,000 hours, you master. Right? So it's not about the experience you've had before or whether you were able to achieve something or not. It has to do with you believing that the more you work on something, that the universe is co-conspiring with you for that outcome. Period. Full stop. The experience before that, or the experiences that you've had before that, they will just mislead what you couldn't do before. That's just, a coat of limiting beliefs. You decide whether you're going to wear that coat. Is that what you want to see transpire in your reality now? Or will you wear the coat of success, the coat of achievement? I'm also getting Joseph's Technicolor rainbow, or the jacket, right? 12 tribes of Judah. Like I'm getting this feeling like nothing is impossible unless you say. Spirit, can you show me? See, the Wheel of Fortune's coming out crossed. And I feel like there's things that you're waiting for completion, for the wheel to turn. But the concepts of what is and is not possible from the past kind of stand in the way of that. Here's the 9 of Cups, your wish fulfillment. 4 of Wands, peace, harmony, the 11:11 card. Ace of Cups, 6 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Okay, so listen. Spirit is saying exactly what I'm saying here. Look at this. Wheel of Fortune. You're having trouble getting the wheel to move because it has to do with your limiting beliefs, fire signs. You have the 9 of Cups here. Your wish fulfillment is sitting right there. Okay? What's good, Tammy? Okay, so you've got your wish fulfillment sitting right there, but the thought of what you know to be true from the past is like limiting what can be now. Okay, with the 4 of Wands, the peace and harmony, some of you may be asking yourself, like, if there's a level of, I don't want to say discontent. The only reason why you would have to be satisfied with that is if you're believing that that's all you can have. It's like a loop bringing you back, right? Because the 6 of Wands is there, looking very much like the Star card. And the 8 of Wands, the universe is telling you, like, it's the shift in the thought. The bottom of the deck is the 7 of Swords. It's like you're telling yourself, and conversely the universe, what is and is not possible. Thank you guys for all the love. I greatly appreciate y'all. All right. So let's clarify those and see why it is that you're like somehow putting a barrier on what you can achieve based on something that happened in the past, if that makes sense. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for the collective? 9 of Wands. It's like you're resisting turning the wheel because you don't really believe that that can happen. Thank you so much, Candy, for all the gifts. Okay. 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment that you want. With the 3 of Swords, okay? But it's like you don't want to say, oh, I want that, and say it with your chest, because if you don't get it, then you'll feel disappointed. But it's like you're trying to save yourself from being disappointed by disappointing yourself. Okay, it's like if you don't wish for anything big, then you won't be disappointed. That's the energy I'm getting. Okay, 4 of Wands, and it's reminding me of the TikTok video that was going around talking about you're thinking too small, bitch, think big, right? So it's like Spirit is like, oh, here we go with this shit again. We're right about to break through. And fire sign is playing it small. Okay, you got the 4 of Wands on the 4 of Wands is the 8 of Wands. You asked for it. And now that it's about to happen, you're afraid of it. Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, right? And this is when you start telling yourself, well, maybe it's not meant to be. Well, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. But it's like because you don't want to get your hopes up and you feel like I might not get it anyway, so why wish for it? But that's the mentally stuck way. That's what's causing the blockage, okay? The Ace of Cups is here, right? Thank you guys for all the love. I greatly appreciate you. And the Hierophant. It's the faith and hope and the love. The authenticity. The true desire. It's like the root of what compels you to want things is what you should be using, not the fear of what could happen if it doesn't go your way. 10 of Wands, because then you're magnifying the blockage, or you're magnifying the frequency that is like holding you back, okay? With the 6 of Wands here, the victory is yours, but fire signs, you have to like envision that rather than what has gone wrong in the past. You see, if you decide that victory is yours solely because you won't accept anything else and that you will keep moving in the direction of what it is that you want over and over. Okay, Knight of Wands. Okay, it's like they're giving me the vision of a quarterback. Okay, so like a quarterback does not, they're trained to throw the ball, and if it, gets intercepted, to stop thinking about the next time they throw the ball that it's going to get intercepted. Like they have to have some sense of amnesia to not fear failure. That's what it is. It's that Knight of Wands. Every time I step out there, I'm doing it for the first time, and I'm not afraid to shoot my shot. That's the energy that Spirit wants for the fire signs. 8 of Wands, Spirit, why? Why, Spirit? King of Swords, because the fact and logic, it's like you would take fear out of it. You would be detached from that and solely communicate, okay? Ace of Cups, your true desire, okay, with the world, okay, to the divine, and that's how you manifest. Okay, Ace of Swords is here as well with the Star and the High Priestess, okay? But while you are, keep looking at all the things that didn't work, you're actually magnifying that frequency, fire signs. Okay, Page of Wands. And then what happens is that something negative that you think about comes into the 3D because you brought it about. And then once it happens, you recognize that you did it, but then it's like you got to start over and go back. So Spirit's trying to give you the heads up to stop like the negative going down memory lane. Okay? For instance, maybe before you had bad credit, right? Maybe before you had bad credit and you got rejected for an apartment, right? But you've been working on getting your credit together. You're applying for a new apartment, right? And you're doing, you're manifesting this new apartment. Stop thinking about what it was like to get the phone call when they rejected you last time, because now you're magnifying that frequency. It's something like that. Okay? Spirit's like, keep your, and I'm not saying all be love and light. That's not what I said. Okay? But what I'm saying is, if the universe meets you and only has one answer, which is yes, situations, or the fact that you're meeting what you're manifesting with the daily effort of taking a step in the direction. And that's it. That's the full equation. Okay? That's why children in so many ways can be so successful, because they don't think about what didn't work. They just have this like imagination, and they use that imagination to bring things into reality. Okay? Spirit wants you to do that same thing. Okay? Because the more that you think about the past situations and how you feel like they didn't hit the way you wanted them to, the more you're causing the energetic frequency to be lowered. Okay? So that's what I have for the fire signs. Let's see who else is in the house. Don't forget, guys, for those of you just coming in, I will be releasing a sale, okay, today, all right, for new subscribers. But for those of you that have already been working with me, you can also take advantage of these sales. The information will be up later today. All right, I'm watching, guys. Okay, it looks like air. Air is in the house. We're going to go with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Where are you guys? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What is coming for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius? Please, can you show me? And please do like and follow, guys. It helps me grow. Empathy. Abundance crossed. Worry. Success. And denial. Okay. Trust is at the bottom of the deck. What's good, Marty? Let me just say this, air signs. Some of you's made some life changes. Okay, I feel like for my air signs, you were dealing for a long cycle in fact and logic, okay? Something happened probably right around 2020 that started made you look at situations in a different light. It's kind of giving me the energy of work smarter and not harder. Okay, so maybe you decided that the certain kinds of what success looked like for you was something different, or you could be like re-establishing what it would be to be successful. Let's say before you measured that by your income, and now you're measuring it by your quality of life. Okay? I feel like with this abundance coming out cross, whatever shift you made to try to make that a reality so that you could feel like you have a more successful life, it might have taken a hit to your finances. So in other words, it's like you change these things because you want to feel more in alignment. Thank you guys for all the love. But like I said in the pre-shuffle, okay, in the general energy for everybody, it's like this this new level that you have to like get accustomed to. I feel like me kicking your ass, right? But it could be making you feel like, did I make a mistake by trying to shift what is important? So that there's the worry, okay? But Spirit's telling you, don't worry. Success is here. It's just like you haven't fully come in to know what would success be with the denial here. Gonna give you an example. Let's say that let's say I'm talking to a feminine right now, male or female, but let's say I'm talking to a feminine right now. You know, little girls are always told, you know, you grow up, you become successful, you get married, you have 2.5 children, the White House, picket fence, the dog, right? And you decided that you don't want to be, let's say, in corporate, you know, let's say you went to college, you did all this corporate stuff, and now you want to be in a spiritual field. Let's just use that as an example. But it came with a pay loss, right? And let's say that you're doing something now that you physically or emotionally love, but your money is not the same, right? You're worried, did you make the right decision, right? But you may not have let go of certain beliefs from that beforehand, right? I'm going to take the example a step further. So you know you don't want to do that anymore, right? And before, let's say you were, you know, making 6 figures and you were driving a Mercedes Benz, money, right? And so like you could still be trying to make the payment on the Mercedes Benz rather than just getting the Ford Focus. And then feeling the crunch of like living one foot in both of those lives. Like I made all these changes to make my life simpler and happier, but I'm still holding on to some things that were from the old life, that are causing some type of financial discomfort, or like the two things don't align, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to pull you some tarot, but I feel like that's at the core of it. Okay, it's like there's still some residual belief or residual measuring stick. Good morning. I'm feeling a little bit better. It's like some residual measuring stick that you used to measure your old life by, okay? And like to do that now isn't in your best interests unless you're going to measure it with a new stick, okay? That's what Spirit is saying. Spirit, can you show me? Okay, two of Wands, okay? Some type of decision, okay? With the Page of Cups. The Judgment and the World. King of Swords. and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so let's look at this. So the Two of Wands was you when you made the decision that you wanted a different type of lifestyle. That the things that were not as fulfilling as they used to be. And you decided that you wanted to change something. I feel like you did do that. Okay, I also feel like in this changing something, you had to create your own map. You see how she's looking at like some type of map or something? You had to find your own way. There was not a mentor you could follow. This was like your journey. You had to carve out the piece, okay? Spirit, why is the Two of Wands here? Comes out with the Five of Cups crossed, okay? And the Fool, right? So it feels like that Five of Cups crossed. There was some sadness in leaving some things behind, but at the same time, not full-throated sadness, because you're like, I know that it doesn't resonate with me anymore. Not sure where I'm headed, but it's not here, right? Now I'm here in Martin. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here, okay? With the Page of Cups, Spirit, why? Why is the Page of Cups here for the air signs with the Queen of Wands, okay? So it feels like simplicity was the name of the game. Like you wanted to pare it down, make a simpler, happier, a life that made you feel more vibrant. Six of Pentacles, also something more reciprocal, something that you didn't just pour into, but that felt like it poured into you. Okay, on the nose. Okay, so with the Judgment card here and the Empress, control it. Okay, it was like everything lost its taste. Everything lost its vibrancy. There was no more oxygen there. You had to release, okay? Look at the Death card at the bottom of the deck, okay? You were shedding. You've been doing that for about 8 months now, okay? So the world is out here with the Six of Swords. So you shut all of that down from the past, okay? The thing is that it hasn't 100% gotten easier. And that's the fear. You're like, did I do it for nothing? It didn't get easier. It doesn't feel lighter, right? Five of Swords. I actually feel like I'm working harder. Yes, you are in a sense, but it's more like in the 5D. Okay, with the King of Swords, we're going to see why that is. Yeah. So the reason why it's more work in the 5D is because you're trying to hold two mental frequencies. The new outline of like the life you want to create that makes more sense, that feels more in alignment with who you are now, but your old concepts of success, they are still, that measuring stick is there, and you may feel like, well, I've gone to college, I've done all these things, and it feels like I'm starting over, like it's too small, or like it's not enough, or like you took a step back, right? But it's because it's like you're choosing to see it through what you haven't achieved in the new frequency. But it's like Spirit wants you to see, like, why do you want to measure it by what you thought you were supposed to do? And you put all the effort into what you thought you were supposed to do, and you didn't feel fulfilled. So why are you using the markers of before to decide whether now is a success? Okay? It's like Seven of Cups. You're going to confuse yourself, okay? Ten of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Emperor. Okay? It's like being in the void. Okay? Being in some type of void. Of not knowing is how you find what the Ten of Cups really is for you now. You keep trying to quantify it by the old rules. And you can't see that you're doing it. Two of Swords, it's like reflexive, okay? But you're on your way to becoming the Emperor. Air signs, there's an energy here of always wanting to feel like you're doing it the best and the most fact and logic way, but this time it has to do with your heart chakra, and you're trying to make logical sense of markers that you use to as goalposts of success that don't apply to like the heart chakra. Like the heart wants what it wants. Like you want to feel vibrant in the new lifestyle. Does it mean you have to have the specific car or the specific address or the specific desk or the specific title? And how do you know what the new title is that you're to not being in such a 3D way? And as you're creating and building this is for the air signs. As you're creating and building this, it's like you want to use the markers of the 3D to say whether it's successful or not. It's like confusing the fuck out of you. Okay? So like, let's say you were learning how to do Reiki. Right? I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you're learning how to do Reiki. Are you going to measure it by how much money you're making off of Reiki, which would be a 3D thing that you were doing before, whatever your career was? Or are you going to quantify it by how different your physical body feels since you started learning Reiki? And then feeling the change in you because it comes from within first and then outside. I have not done water yet. Okay. So it feels like you want the change from the 5D, but you keep bringing the old formula of the 3D into a new way. Throw the old formula away. It does not exist in this reality. You are creating the new measuring stick. Stop using the old one. It will have you trying to compete for spaces you don't even want. Okay? It's reflexive, guys. It's part of the deprogramming. And I know sometimes it sounds confusing. I am a Libra moon. Like, how do we trick our minds from not using the same, measuring? It's going to take practice, guys. But every time you see yourself comparing to what it used to be, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, right? Spirit's telling you, like, where is it in your body? And is this truly a reflection of what you're feeling now? Or is it you judging where you think you should be? Okay? And listen, we're just about to start off a new cycle, like a 7-year cycle. So a lot of what's coming through now probably isn't going to wholly make 100% sense for like another 6 months. Because it's that fresh. We're just kind of getting these messages from the ether. So like ease up a little bit on yourself. I know you guys are the fact and logic, King of Swords. But you're going to dampen the frequency by like trying to, force yourself to meet markers that aren't real. They're from before. Okay? So that's what I have for the air signs. A little lighter, a little more airy, a little more room to, for the Aquariuses in the house, and for you Geminis and Libras, borrow from Aquarius's frequency and try to see the situation from a new light. Okay, you are deciding what is success and failure right now. Okay, don't use the markers from before. Okay, they're from the old you. They're not really. It's like finish creating in your mind what it is you want the new life to feel like, and focus on that. Okay? Because the more you magnify that frequency, the more your 3D life will come into alignment with what you're trying to do. Okay? So let's see who else is in the house. We have earth and water left. I see water. I see a lot of water. Okay, it looks like water is coming through. All right, water it is. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Let's go. And please do like and follow. Help me grow, guys. Spirit, can you show me? What do the air signs need to know? Water signs. Apologies. Water signs. What do the water signs need to know? Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Freedom, free your mind, and the rest will follow. Relationships. Courage. Acceptance. Situations going on. Water signs. Some of yous are holding on to a situationship that you know is not going anywhere. But it's like you're holding on to it because you don't want to deal with what you believe will be the judgment of it. Others of yous are in a relationship that has ran its course, and you were trying to do the right thing, and you're realizing that what you thought was the right thing was like antithetical to what was the healthy thing in the situation. And you're coming to acceptance of that. Okay, so I'm going to explain. Let's say you were in a situationship, you're pregnant, you don't want to tell your family it's just a situationship. I'm going to have this child, we're not going to go into this child together. It's just what it is, right? Because you're worried about the judgment, right? Or conversely, you could be in like a long-term marriage that has ran its course, and you've been trying to hold it together because you're like, yeah, but the kids, we would do better together. And then you realize that the situation is so fucked that it's like the only positive thing to do is accept that going in a new direction is the best way. Okay, that holding on to something or staying somewhere or being of service of something that you already know is not working is like the fucking problem. Okay, and that spirit kept making it more I'm all in your business. like kept making it more fucking difficult because they wanted you to see not the failure, but the gratitude of the ability to just fucking, you know, every day is a new day. I could just pick my shit up and go, right? But because I'm worried about what people are gonna, yes, I am. Because you're like more worried about the judgment of it. Like you think to surrender, okay, was to like stay in the situation when you're realizing that the surrendering was accepting what you could not change, that you cannot change someone else, no matter how self-sacrificing. Water signs. Okay? Not y'all being shocked. Okay? And then you might have thought, well, Spirit's about to say some shit, okay? You thought that it was like the martyr in you, like, oh, well, I'm doing this service of staying in a situation. But what you really realize is that it's your fucking pride. Your pride. Okay? But if you go only on the pride, that's where regret lives. I want y'all to give it a good fucking thought. The things that you did to save face are the failures. It's not that something went wrong. It's that once you knew it was going wrong, you continued to do the same behavior because you were afraid of change. Do you get it? That is where we go wrong. 12,300 likes. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I greatly appreciate y'all. You think we can make it to 20K? You see what I'm saying? It's like us, you know, and I'll tell you, I have 0 water in my chart. I am not the water girl, okay? And when you see 1, 2, 3, you know, it's telling you that sometimes we're so rigid. And you don't really think about that when you think about water signs, right? But once they delve deep into that emotion and that they think that that's what they're supposed to do, they have trouble changing direction, right? All you need is love. So it's like this sacrificing thing that you think is for love, but it really wasn't for love, was it? The Lovers, Ace of Swords, the Emperor, the Justice card, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Well, you couldn't see it. 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You kept putting more effort. I'll just work on it more. So they're not going to do their part. Okay, so I'll do their part and I'll do my part. And I'll just get a bigger fucking pen and I'll just, you know, work harder on it. You see? The Lovers is here with the Two of Cups. This is all about beliefs of what you thought love looks like. I want to know what love is. Well, of course I'm supposed to sacrifice myself. The Devil. I'm going to be binded. Love that was binding you, or fear, codependency, right? The pride of like wanting things to be perfect from the outside. Ace of Swords is here with the Seven of Cups. Listen, here's the truth of the situation. And this is the Seven of Cups, the illusions, right? And you figure, well, I'll just stay here, sacrifice myself for it. And then eventually it will get better and nobody will ever know. But they all know. Six of Cups. This is giving me like high school sweetheart and you're recognizing you did this before. This could be with a lover. This could be with a family member. You contorted yourself in the past situation, okay? And kept it hidden. Whether this was a toxic thing with your parents and now reflexively you're hiding like something similar from your relationship. Ace of Coins and, but what we've built together, right? And here is the Emperor. This is a controlling person who's hardened and treats you less than, with the Queen of Pentacles, doesn't really respect the role in which you have worked so hard and sacrificed so much. You too, my love. You have a great day as well. Okay, and with the Queen of Cups here, you keep thinking with this Queen of Cups, well, if I just pour into it more, it'll get better. Some of yous are thinking like that this person, they just didn't have like a loving parental figure. So you figure like you can give that love, but you can't fill all the roles, okay? With the Hermit and the Justice card, sometimes you can only make justice on someone else. Eight of Swords. The more you trying to bear the weight for an outcome that somebody else isn't fighting for, the more you imprison yourself, isolate yourself, go further into why you can't, like why you won't let something go. In other words, let's say I said a situationship, you're pregnant, right? You're in a situationship, you're pregnant, right? And so you don't want to tell anybody, I just got pregnant by this person. I thought it was going to work. It's not going to work. Rather than calling it now, you keep saying, well, I'll wait till I have the baby. Okay, the baby's here. Well, maybe he just needs time to adjust. Like it just keeps getting worse and worse. More isolation, more reasons why you don't want to tell, because the more you make the decisions to make the self-sacrificing, once you finally look back, you're going to be like, oh, so with every decision, I kind of triangulated myself further in rather than further out of it. Okay, Four of Cups. And it's all for something that you don't really want anymore because it doesn't light you up. But the pride in you makes you feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing, is like staying or pushing through or something. Three of Swords is here with the Ace of Wands, right? So here's the Three of Swords, the heartbreak. You're enduring this shit. Ace of Wands, but that's what I'm supposed to do. If you love somebody, you stand through the rain. If you love somebody, right? Queen of Swords, but is it filling you? Or is it making you just more bitter, more resentful, more alone? Three of Cups. And are you just waiting for one fucking event that's gonna eventually push you over? Okay, push you over the limit. Page of Cups. And then, it'll be like you will be apologizing to yourself for not listening to yourself sooner. Okay, with the Two of Swords. Here's the Two of Swords. This is you staying frozen in a situation because you can't see a different way out. Okay, here is the Nine of Swords, sleepless nights and anxiety. Okay, here is the Ten of Wands. This is what I'm saying, that you'll end up dealing with it until there's like everything's burning down and you have no choice, right? Injustice. So basically you're going to wait until you feel like you have no choice but to save yourself. Okay, Nine of Cups, Four of Swords. When truthfully, you could just say to yourself, giving up or failing or something, instead of realizing that you've done all you can. You cannot force somebody to see the perspective that you have. Okay, that is what's, my nose is crazy itching, guys. Okay, it's like you keep thinking that if you do some more sacrificing, that it'll be worth it in the end. And I feel like water signs, it's more like Spirit keeps putting more so that you can realize that you need to break free from this self-sacrificing frequency. Okay? And it's like you're playing Jenga. And you're saying, yes, yes, universe, may I have another? And that's how the tower is coming. But you can feel it, because you know that it's not like a fulfilling you, okay? So Spirit's asking you to decide really why you're fighting for something. Or why do you feel you have to martyr yourself for something? And is that the best use of your energy at this time? Or are you fighting the inevitable? Okay? Thank you, my love. Okay, so we're going to do Earth, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I'm going to announce it again. It'll be up on the websites later. I am running a special, first time ever, for the new clients and all the new followers from TikTok. The sale will also be good for my existing clients. It runs from today till the 14th. If you book within that period, those sale prices will be good for you. I will put them up on YouTube and on TikTok, okay? And I'll be sending out emails. If you're interested in that, go to my website and put yourself on the mailing list, okay? Earth is the last one I'm gonna do. Okay? So relationships is out here for my Earth signs. Fear. Peace. Doubt. Acceptance. Earth signs, you faced something recently. You faced something recently. Somebody triggered you, Earth signs. It was from external source. Ready, stop. It was an external source. I feel like something that somebody else did or said made you feel a certain kind of way. I feel like it might have made you sad or hurt your feelings. Thank you, my love, for the gift, okay? But I feel like in reality, the fear was showing you something that was with you. Okay? now that you took a step back, because I feel like you may have even attacked the person, like, oh, you know, whatever, you're trying to trigger me, or why the fuck would you say that, or why would you do that, or whatever. But in reality, it just showed you an area that still needed help. Thank you for the gifts, okay? Thank you, Honestly Brown, right? So it showed you an area that you still had some type of inner child work, inner child fear, okay? About peace and what is possible. And what does happiness, or what does a healthy relationship look like, or how should it feel? Okay. I also feel like it has something to do with your fighting style. Okay. This is the, no, this isn't the first element. This is the last element. Okay. I actually normally put it up on YouTube, but YouTube was having some difficulties this morning. Once this processes, I will put it up on YouTube as well, so that you guys can go back and watch, you know, whatever you need to watch. Okay. So I feel like what's happening here is that whatever was triggered by somebody else, it made you realize that there was still some shadow work or inner child healing that needed to be done, and about your beliefs about what is possible, what it is to be peaceful, okay? And the doubt, okay? And acceptance. And this has to do with about like love, like feeling love, right? And you might have felt like somebody was treating you in a way that wasn't loving, and in reality it was more like you not knowing how to feel it, or like they're, because maybe they do have a way of like not being able to communicate that, but that lack of communication that it reminds you of or of an earlier experience or whatever, like that, it's showing you where that person needs healing, but it's also showing you that you need fucking healing there. Okay, I'm gonna try to as we go through it, maybe Spirit will give me like an example of what I'm saying. So let's say this person has trouble communicating. They have trouble saying I love you. Right? That could be true. They could have trouble saying I love you. Right? And it does not mean that they don't love you. That could be a problem they have with verbalization, but maybe you want like more public displays of affection, and then you recognize that, oh, like the reason why I'm putting such an emphasis on that is because I really didn't get that as a child. I feel like it's a two-pronged situation. Spirit, can you show me? Page of Swords. Feeling blocked. Okay, you might have felt like emotionally somebody walked away from you, but I feel like you were the one who were about to walk away based on what you could not feel. 10 of Wands is here, okay? And some type of burden that you hid from yourself, okay? With the Devil, okay? And some kind of fear from childhood in the Mirror. And there's a bug under my bed, and there's a little green man in my head. Paranoia, self-destroyer. 3 of Coins, and it has to do with how you show up in relationships. Thank you guys for all the love. I greatly appreciate y'all. What's good is the little things. Page of Swords. With the Page of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. So when you feel blocked emotionally, earth signs, you may overextend yourself, or you like, it's like you want to take your ball and go home. Okay, so like let's say you were working on something with somebody. Maybe their style of communication leaves much to be desired. Okay, when you can't feel a particular frequency that makes you know if you are safe emotionally, financially, some kind of feeling safe, it makes you want to run away. Hierophant. But I feel like that Hierophant is like learning the faith and hope, or standing in some type of truth in spite of some uncomfortable frequency. Okay, so here comes the Eight of Cups, right? This is you like, okay, well, if it's not going to be like, it's like the earth signs are ready. They're like, listen, at first sign of some fucking bullshit, I will be gone. Like, that's what I learned from the last cycle, right? It's the opposite of the water signs. It's like, I learned already not to stay where I'm not welcomed. Or I learned to, you know, move your feet. Like, you know, when it's time to, like, you recognize it, but it's almost too quick, okay? Because the Two of Cups is here. It's like you've gotten so good at like walking away that you might walk away from something that's actually good, okay? And the King of Wands is here, okay? This is giving me very much say it with your chest, okay? Say it with your chest, okay? And the Ten of Wands comes out cross. And I feel like this person does say things with their chest, but in a different way than you. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles, you want reassurance. I'm just going to give it to you. You want reassurance, even though you're saying you don't need it. And the Nine of Swords is out here crossed, but because you can't read the energy off this person, it makes you feel like they are somehow telling you some ambiguous answer, and rather than you being able to stand in the frequency, I can stand the rain, it's my window, I can stand the rain, right? It feels like you don't like the uncomfortableness, so you're just like, well, I'll just take my fucking ball and go. Okay? But that's the devil. That's the little girl or the little boy in you. Devil. And maybe that's the premise that has served you in the past. It took you out of situations that were harmful, but this time it's like based on a fear, and you know, it could make you go the longer route. Okay? Thank you guys for all the love. I greatly appreciate y'all. Y'allthebomb.com. Okay, you got the Nine of Swords out here. With the Five of Wands. Spirit wants to ask you, this right now is for the earth signs, okay? Spirit wants you to ask yourself a question. Okay? Is it that this person is not giving you what you need? Or is it that you're trying to read their frequency to know if it's safe to go in a direction? And that you're like the way you're reading it is like you're jumping to a lot of conclusions, and it's bringing conflicts that's not there. Like it's more rooted in you and like your fear. Okay, with the Three of Swords. And if you just tell yourself that story, it feels like you're going to trick yourself. Okay, so with the Ten of Cups here and the Ten of Cups, stop running. Stop running, okay? This person has a different love language. Okay? Either you can accept their, a complicated one, right? So either you can accept the way that they give love, or you can't. Stop trying to make them give it in the way that you want to receive it, and vice versa. When you recognize that you really love somebody, you love the way that they are as they are. You stop trying to convert somebody, okay? Seven of Pentacles, you may have to do that from a distance. Or at least step back and say, you know, I allow and understand that I'm wanting to impose the way I want to be loved to someone else. I feel like once, as the earth sign, you know how we can be stubborn and shake the earth when we don't like how, you know, if it doesn't feel stable, right? You're kind of making a person be reactive. Okay? So they don't really get to pick what would be justice. Okay? I feel like you need to step back, a little bit of detachment. And the fact of stepping back will make you realize where the fear is attached to for you. Like if you can't make this person show you in the way that you want it, then by stepping back, even though it's uncomfortable to learn about that. And you may find that the way that they pick, okay, like either it fits you or wakes up a part of you that you didn't even know you needed. Okay? Let me see what you guys are saying. Right. Okay, so by allowing to move back, not only will it force you to look at the parts in yourself that need healing, but you also take the pressure off and allow this person to show up in their authentic self. And plus, it's way more attractive as the Queen of Wands to let something naturally magnetize to you. And it brings the Four of Wands, okay? Peace and harmony, Knight of Pentacles. It may move slowly, guys, because it's like a realignment. And you may find that the more you're trying to get this person to understand, the more you're actually repelling them. So step back. Okay? Thank you, Candy, for subscribing again. Okay? Step back. Eight of Swords, okay? And let them realize, you know, what it feels like if they have to make some effort, or because it's like you're doing so much that they're just putting up walls. They don't know what it feels like when the walls come down. So step away, let them tear down their own walls, and then they're going to meet you where they feel comfortable. Right. And so if it was too much work, it was because you were doing your work and his work. But if you step back, either they will, you know, do their part, or they won't, and it'll make room for new shit. Okay. Right, which is why you had to step back, okay? And yes, if this person, especially if they're not as awakened as you, all they know is that it feels like the earth is shaking, earth signs, right? And that something is being forced on them. They don't even know what's being forced because they didn't grow up the way you grew up, okay? They have other reasons. Well, they got their shit going on, right? Remember, you're walking around with your own fucking mirror, right? So you're looking at your mirror and you're like, why can't you see what I see? They're like, because my mirror is different. So the more you're screaming about what's in your mirror, they're not going to see what's in your mirror. All they're going to see is what's not in theirs. Okay? Or that, or what's not aligning, or what feels forced. That's all they can see. Okay, so how about stepping back and dealing with the fact of why you feel so uncomfortable with having to do less? Does that have to do with you always feeling like you have to do the most in relationships to make it work? Then that goes to your worthiness. Okay? And by you pulling back, they get to decide what they feel is worthy of having, or why they haven't tried or whatever. You understand? Like they get to examine what their part is. But while you're like kicking and screaming and demanding, they don't even have to look at that, because they're, it's like watching a spectacle or a train wreck or something. You understand? All right. So I feel like that's what I have for the earth signs. Okay. Feel the totality of what feels uncomfortable to you right now. And examine why it feels uncomfortable to you. That's what you're supposed to be learning right now. And if you focus on that, other people will be forced to focus on their own mirror. All right. That's what I have for my earth signs. Okay. I will put this up later on YouTube as soon as it finishes processing on TikTok. For those of you interested in the upcoming sale for new clients, go over to my website and, put yourself on the mailing list. On blessings, guys. Bye.